guys, it is Thursday, October 29th. It is the last day of groups for the week, so I want to show you guys what I'm doing with them. The first clip you're going to see is what I did with my addition groups, at least my lower addition groups on Tuesday, and stuff. And then this is going to be what I've been doing with them basically since then and stuff. So I'll flip you guys around and show you. First off, exclude the mess. I'm in the middle of groups and stuff, obviously. So they had these magnetic letters and numbers in the room that I'm using. And so the first thing I do is that I take some of the letters or numbers and I hold them up to the students and then they'll tell me the number. So like 9, 3, although it might be backwards or whatever. And so that's what we start with there. From there, I go into these play school number flashcards and they will tell me the number on the card. So like 12, 3, just to give you an idea. Then from what I do is they have this thing called Spot It. And the way that I am using it is that I will show them a number and then I will show them a card and they're going to have to tell me, does the number be on the card? And we'll go through the cards until they have a number. What I did with my second group is we had some time after that, and so they picked a number and then they told me if the number appeared on the card. Then I had them pick a number for another person because there were 2 of them, and so person 1 would give me a number, person 2 would have to tell me if it appeared on the card, and then we would switch places. So that is what we are doing in our groups today. This is the really basic addition group. Alright, I'm going to start with my addition group that you guys would have seen the previous clip for. So this is a slide that my team teacher put together. We start by going over the calendar, what day of the week it is, and things like that. And we fill in the missing date based on what we fill in the missing dates here based on what day it is. Yesterday, Wednesday, we filled out this 10 frame and counted along the way. They helped me put the numbers in the right chart. We then did a 100s chart. We're marking off the days we've been in group, not school, group. They helped complete this chart. Yesterday we did it to 20. Today we did it to 25. Yesterday we did this and wrote in the missing numbers. Today we did the calendar. We added our number here. As I said, today we went to 25. I was able to do this count video song. It is Jack Hartman's Count to 100 exercise song. Let me show you a quick clip. If you are familiar with that song, you know what it is, so I'm not going to really play it for you. But we did that, and then we did this one where it's another version of counting to 10. So that is what I did with my first group. My second group is roughly the same thing, and so they did all the same activities, except I added a few different ones today. We did this one where there were some Halloween things, and we did some counting. We did 3 series of this where they counted and it went up to 20. So this is what we did with this group. With my first group, I will probably continue this slide idea and doing different worksheets like this with them, getting them used to counting before and after, things like that. My second group, I'm actually going to be starting to do a worksheet you'll see a little bit later. Alright, my next 2 groups are my writing groups. I'm going to present this so you can see it better. So this is my higher writing group. We are starting with, this is kind of supposed to be a review, but we're starting with report does not report. Report means it's something that they actually see in the picture. Report means it's something we can't tell for sure. So we start with that. And then we're starting to work on pronouns and what that means. So up here, it was a little confusing what it says. Underline the part of each sentence that names. That part's a little bit confusing for them to understand. So this section I definitely struggled with. But down here, it was a little bit easier to decide if they were using he, she, or it. So they definitely understand this format more than they understand this format. Here, they have a picture. It looks like the person's in progress, but they were supposed to act as if the person did it already. And so they were given 3 sentences and they had to use the past tense version. This is the same here as this one, except there wasn't a picture. Instead, they gave them a word bank and they had to decide which word bank would be the replacement. We have not actually started this writing part yet. I will show you what we're doing on that a little bit later. We're starting it next week because I need to figure out how to get them to actually submit it to me. So I will explain that a little bit later on how that works. Okay, going to my other group. This is kind of like my pre-writing group. We start with talking about the number of days in a week, months in a year, number of seasons in a year, and then we go into the idea of same and different. So they get 2 pictures. How are they the same and how are they different? Today we did this. Earlier we did this one. Then we go into different materials when we talk about things that are made of paper, glass, or leather, for example. This group did not understand the idea of leather, and so I ended up bringing up a Google image search page to show them things were leather, because I had no clue what was made of leather. So then we go into opposites. If it's not full, it's empty. If it's not young, it's old. That idea. Common information. What do we call a sandy place? It's a beach. They do not know the word thermometer, but going through some of this type of stuff. Then we go into classifications. Bottle, jug, cup, suitcase. What do we use these all for? They're all kind of like containers. They're all food items and stuff. And then they have to go and give me a name. We go into the concept of where is the statement telling us where an item is, and if so, where is it? Then we go into part and whole. This is part of their textbook, but I'm putting it on my screen. So we go through and we label the parts of it together. They tell me, what is this part? If they know the name. Then we go back and we say it is an actual sentence. And we usually have at least 2 pictures that does that. And then the third part, you're not going to... is the idea of, it's called concept application. Basically, the way this works is that you've got some things in the picture. For example, on this one, you've got goats. Only the goats wearing the hats are going to jump over the log. So then you're helping them decide which ones are actually doing the action. Then they go into a workbook page. It's going to have some instructions. It might be something like this, where this section is going to be individually covered in black. This one's going to be red. This one's going to be brown. It might be something like color the shapes this color. It could be something like color animals blue, color trees green, something along that line. So it can vary how it does, but it's usually giving them some instruction like, you color these items this color this item this color is how these are done. And then of course they get to go color it after that. So that is what my 2 writing groups have been working on and what their lessons look like. My third group and fourth group roughly are both higher math skills, and so I'm starting them straight off on the workbook pages. All the groups will eventually be doing this. I only have one group that's really not going to be starting this yet. This is kind of like fact families, and so 10 plus 4 equals what? 4 plus 10 equals what? And that answer would go here, and they'd actually write the equation on this line. And then we have some adding and stuff. We usually are working with the concept of adding a certain number. In this case, they're adding to plus 5. And then some examples of that here. Then we're going to have some word problems. If you notice, it says compounded, but some of these lines do not mention compounding nails specifically. And so which ones are information that are trying to deceive us, which one actually has the information, and then we can write it out. And then they ended up with some big problems, and my groups did pretty well on this. If they missed something, it was maybe like not counting the zeros or something, but they actually did pretty good on this lesson. as far as that was concerned. In this section, I gave them a number and they had to write it out based on how it would be on place value. This lesson is probably going to be pretty similar. This is going to be slightly different. They're given the numbers and then they have to long ways and they have to write it short ways. What would that look like? And so that's kind of what this idea is. This is probably going to be something dealing with place value. I'm not entirely sure yet. It varies. So this is what my last group of the day does. They're my highest addition group. I have another group that's a little bit below this, but no one has actually shown up to that one. And then eventually the first two groups will get to this type of idea. So we'll be doing these pages. So I have completed a week of small groups, minus one group that's supposed to start in like 5 minutes. But that is essentially is what they're all doing. All of these are coming directly from lessons. I'm not deviating really in any way. Well, okay, the first slides that you guys saw with the math group are technically deviating from the lesson, but I'm also not starting the curriculum. But once I'm into the curriculum, I'm actually not deviating from the curriculum yet. I might some things to supplement, like for example, my higher language group seems to be struggling with pronouns and trying to find a pronoun in a sentence. If they are given it, they can easily put it in the blank, but if they're just given a sentence and basically told find the pronoun or find the thing that names, that's where they're struggling, obviously. And so I may find something supplemental to help them to understand that better, but it could also just be practice that adds it and stuff. So really, I'm not deviating from the curriculum. I am a first-year teacher. I'm new to all this. I'm staying with the curriculum right now and stuff. So, at least distant learning, that's what I'm doing right now. So, yeah. I do plan to show you guys kind of a day in my life more specifically so you can see what an actual day in my life looks like. But at least you now kind of see what our curriculum looks like. So, hey guys, a little bit different setups, different location than I have been vlogging and stuff. So I just want to give you guys a tour because I'm at home now. So I'm actually, my teacher space is in a spare room, so I'm going to take you from the spare room in the beginning. This is actually my sewing table because this is also my sewing room and our workout room. This is our workout bike. I have a fold-down sewing table. I have a TV. Obviously, we have a massage chair and a ball and stuff if we need it. And then this is my teaching corner. It is a little bit of a mess. It is currently actually in the middle of groups. It is 12:47 as we speak. I have a group at 1 o'clock, so I'm actually still in the middle of teaching, but yeah. I have a heater because in the morning it is cold. Some flowers, fall themed because it's fall still, technically. And then this pencil sign was made by my sister-in-law. I have another set of fall themed flowers and 2 dream catchers. The flowers, both sets of flowers are technically, they're fake flowers from like the dollar store, and then one has candy corn and one has fall themed garland in it. I do plan to decorate this space here so it's not as boring. I have this paper that everyone has is so popular, the white wall, that whole Fayless type of border paper or whatever. I just haven't put it up yet. I got this pencil border thing that will work as my border. And I also got some, letters so that I can make my name on it also. So that is what will end up going in this space here, which will actually be behind me. I just haven't put it up yet. The bottom 2 shelves, plus this cart, plus anything over here against the wall, not including the mat, plus this closet, are all kinds of extra stuffs. There's some books from my classroom library, there's some stuffed animals, there's some other stuff. They're all things from my classroom that I haven't actually taken yet because I don't think I need them yet. So this is my storage spot. So for actual distant learning, all I have is this top space and then this table. This table came from IKEA several years ago. So yeah, I have a binder for all of my stuff, so that way when I am teaching all my curriculums in a binder, my laptop and headphones, That way it's a little bit quieter for my husband. I am dual monitored. And that's kind of what I have. It is a work in progress, but I'll keep you guys updated. At the time I'm actually filming this, I actually don't remember what else is on here, so this is definitely going to be a collection of a few different videos. I am kind of bad at blogging because I'm trying to go smaller and not talk as much, but yeah, it's a work in progress. But anyways, this is where this vlog is going to end from this week and last week, I believe. I will promise I will get better at vlogging and giving you guys more data. I do plan to give you a more detailed day in my life. I'm just not there yet. I'm hoping to actually get a camera and not my phone soon, so slightly waiting for that. But yeah, if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe so you can keep following up on my data, first year teacher. Leave a comment if you have any questions or anything you guys like to see, and otherwise I will see you guys in my other video. Oh, and I am on Instagram, and I will link it in the thing, so if you guys want to follow me there. Also, that's another way to keep track of my life and stuff. So otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.